As I'm sitting here in my car, just thinking, I'm currently going through a warfare in my, like, what I would say a warfare. You know, I'm needing God to move. Like, it's a problem that only God can fix. And typically, because it's been going on for so long, it's been going on for about 3 years, or coming on to 3.5 years now. The issue has been happening. And typically when I sit like this, it means that I've gone to that place of frustration, and I would just sit and I would just rant, and I would just cuss the other individual that I think needs to move to make this matter, to make the matter end. And somehow a peace came over me, and I know it's peace from God himself, because normally I would feel very frustrated. And I felt a sense of peace. And I just remember talking to myself and reminding myself of where God has brought me from. And the Holy Spirit actually reminded me of a testimony years ago, and reminded me in such a way that he was like, there was nothing too big for God to do. Years ago, I came to Canada as an international student. My mommy said, listen, here's $500 Canadian. It's all I got. Go make life. I said, okay. Before I came, I said, Lord, if this is not your will, do not make this application go through. I gone through ups and downs. The application went through. I came to Canada now, and I can't pay my tuition. I said, God, what this is? I mean, I really come here with no plans per se. I came here on faith. So I can't really say much, because it's not like I had a plan. My plan was to trust God. Okay? It so happened that I couldn't pay the tuition, and I decided to go on a 1-month fasting and prayer, just seeking Christ, asking him what to do, asking him where to go. Show me where to go, God. Show me, because you're the one that took me here. And I remember I was working at Walmart at the time. I was working as a cashier at the time. And every day I started noticing now this white man would come in Walmart, and he would buy the most random things, guys. Like, he would buy like some yogurt. He'd buy some random things, gum, every day. So which, in hindsight, this was showing me that this man probably would come in Walmart every single day, because I didn't work in Walmart every day. I was also going to school. So the days when I worked, he was always there. He finally got the courage, and he asked me out for lunch. Now, this me and God talking, I was like, God, this you answering my prayers? This ain't really how I was expecting it. Okay? Because now, I'm trying to mentally prepare to sleep with this man. I'm telling you, because sometimes we think that we need to help God, and we think that we need to sell ourselves short, because God can fully do what he says he's going to do. So I am mentally preparing myself to sleep with this man. Okay, I'm being really honest. Anyways, the man, we got to lunch. You know, he got to know me a little. I got to know him a little. And he dropped me off. He dropped me home. Excuse me, I'm recovering from a cold. The man came back to my apartment, and he knocked on the door, and he handed me a box, and he said, here's a phone and some pay-as-you-go phone. And he said, here's a phone, because you're searching for a second job, and you will need the job. And so you need a phone, sorry. So here's the phone. I said, thank you. He also said, how much is your tuition? I'm going to cut you a check. But before I do, I want to make this very clear. I said, oh, Lord. I said, no. I got to go stay with position, God. I mean, really honest. Okay? Anyways, the man said to me, I've had some time to think, and I cannot see you any less than my daughter. Mind you, this man only had one child. Only have one child. The little boy or at the time it was little boy, because I was younger. The little boy, we were the same age, 21, 22. Okay? And he was like, you're my son, you two are the same age, and I couldn't, in my good conscience, sleep with you. I said, who could it be but God? You understand? A lot of people think about this carnally, and they still to this day can't understand. How can somebody see you, get a stranger, give you money and not get anything in exchange? And I'm telling you, as a living testimony, that the God that I serve, he works wonders. And so it was just a reminder to me tonight as I'm sitting here saying, God, when will this end? When will this warfare end? When will I be able to be free? And the Holy Spirit reminded me, like, look, that seemed impossible. To this very day, I still cannot fully comprehend what happened, how it happened, why I didn't use my body to get what I wanted. Because that's what we were programmed, especially as Black women. You're programmed to give yourself because you'll get something in return. To this day, this man and I have remained close friends, as I call him my white dad, and he calls me his chocolate daughter. To this day, he has never been weird. He has never backtracked and said, oh, now that it's over, now that he has never to this day. And so I don't know who this video will encourage, because it took me a very long time. Look at me. In my car, like I say, I just come from my lash appointment, and literally I look a hot mess right now. Like, I'm recovering from a flu. But I just felt it within my spirit to make a video. The Holy Spirit said to make a video. I don't know who this will encourage. Who is trusting God for something that seems impossible. And you're saying to yourself, God, when will you answer? God, is this too much? Will this ever happen? I am here to tell you, as I am reminding myself with the testimony of my testimony that God has done, I'm reminding myself. I am reminding myself, Rababashuku. I am reminding myself that the Holy Spirit, the God in which we serve, the true and living God, can do abundantly above all that you could ever expect or imagine. And so I don't know what it is. I don't care what it is. If it seems impossible to you, it's not. What God cannot do cannot be done. So continue to trust God for what you want. Continue to trust God for what you want and watch him work. As I continue to trust him for what I'm requesting and desire according to his will. And watch him work, okay?